Hey everybody, thanks for stopping in here. I will get moving with things here in just a second. I'm just getting some rodents ready here. And we'll get them moving along here. Guys, smash that thumbs up button for me, everybody, if you haven't yet. The more likes we get in the beginning, the better. Does anybody know what we're looking at right now? I got the rodents thawing out. Let's see how things go here. What's up, Keon, Lil Peeps girl? Thank you, Skylar. Let's see who else is here. The warden. All right. And whoever else is around. Keon, you are correct. This is a West African green mamba. We're gonna feed this dude here, and just a bit here, as soon as the rodents all thaw out and stuff. Yep, it's definitely a snake, little peeps girl. That's for sure. What's up, animal expert? Animal expert, I'm going to send you a comment on a video later with the tracking number for your package, buddy. My wife just sent it today. I thought she sent it the other day, but she just sent it today, but I got a tracking number. I'll send it in a comment to you. All right. Did everybody get a notification when I went live? What's up, Fish? What's going on, buddy? How are you? Good deal, good deal. Glad everybody got a notification. That's good. But right now we're checking out the West African green mamba. We are going to feed this guy here very shortly. I have some rodents stalling out right now. And as y'all know, when I start working with a snake now, I do things just a little bit different than we used to. And we start, hang on, I gotta check my text message here real quick. That's my son. Anyway, so now we start out just a little different. Like I say, when I worked with, when I work with these animals and stuff, I've always said a prayer to myself, but we've started where we say it out loud now a little bit before each snake, just to keep ourselves safe, add a little extra measure to it. Yes, sir, Fish. This is a West African green mamba. There are a couple different mamba species. You've got, like, this one here is the West African green mamba. There is an East African green mamba. There is a Jameson's mamba, and there is the black mamba. And if I missed any, somebody knows better or something, let me know. But that's the ones that I'm aware of off the top of my head right this minute. But this one here is the West African variety. I am going to move the camera down closer, though. That way when I feed, we're better off here. So let me put it on the smaller tripod here, where we can get it down there where we can really get a good look. Yes, they are very agile, very quick snakes. Yes, they are very, very dangerous. Extremely potent venom. There we go. Now we can see a little better if he moves around and stuff. That'll help us out when we start feeding here. But this snake right here that you're looking at is a little over 6 feet long. Good evening, Sue. Good to see you. Sue, you're doing a good job asking and answering your own questions. Let me find my feeding tongs. Let's see here. So guys, we had another good stream last night. The streams are still not doing what they was doing, but they're doing much better. Much better. I'm not complaining at all, because they're doing well. Unfortunately, I did have to remove the replay of last night's stream because I played a Charles Manson song in it. And, of course, it was a copyright issue. I don't know how other channels get away with putting music in their videos, but for some reason they always give me a copyright warning anytime even a couple seconds of a song plays. So we had to remove it, but not a big deal. It's all good. We didn't get in no trouble or nothing, so yeah. One second here, guys. I'm sorry. Be with you just 1 second. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure who Jesse is, the KCMBRLY2, but we're happy to have you here anyway, checking out our live streams. So I appreciate that. Stick around for a few. You might like what you see. Unfortunately, if you have saw any of my short videos and you happen to be into tortoises, we're not going to see any tortoises tonight, but we're going to see a handful of snakes. We're going to feed a couple. We're going to start off with feeding this West African green mamba. But I think I know who you are anyway, and I believe I just sent you a text message. Let's see. Yeah, I just sent you a text message. But anyway, so let me check on these rodents here. Let me see what's happening with that. See if they're about ready, thawed out. They should be getting pretty darn close. I gotta pull this up on my laptop as well real quick. Everybody got in here very fast tonight, which I'm happy about. Let's see. Guys, let's see here. Sorry, guys. Stay with me, guys. It's not going to go off. It might buffer a second. Okay, there we go. It should be good. I just got to figure out why my connection ain't coming up here. We'll just connect to this one. There we go. What's up, David? What's up, Kim? I'm glad to see y'all both here. Allison, I'm sure you're here too. How are you? Thank y'all for stopping by. We're just now getting going here, guys. Everybody came in real fast tonight. I appreciate it. I will be ready here in just a minute. I am getting this pulled up on my laptop because we have a few people that come in from places like Indonesia and stuff, and it's easier for me to translate when I have it on the computer than what it is on the mobile device. So it takes me just a minute to get it going. when you get old, you're slow at technology. So if you're young and saying it's taken me a long time, sorry about that, but I'm not as fast as you youngsters. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Okay. I got some rodents thawing out right now to feed these guys. Alright, guys. So, how was everyone's day? Everybody tell me how your day went, everyone. I'm interested in knowing. We got to keep that chat moving. That's what does it for us, guys. We keep that chat rolling. You guys talk amongst each other and stuff. That makes a big, big difference for us. Alright, now, let's see. What's up, Iron Sword? What's up, Tom? How are you? Guys, it's freaking hot in this room. I gotta open the damn door, let some cool air in this son of a bitch. My God. It ain't easy being a fat guy in a hot room. All right. I'm doing really well, Tom, really well. I saw the picture of your race truck there. It looks like you changed your profile picture. It's the important. All right, check these rodents here. I think they're ready, and we'll go ahead and feed this West African green mamba. If y'all remember, I showed you a photo last night of this guy. Let me try to get to the other end of the enclosure. That way, y'all can see him as this happens. Of course, I got it in a bad spot. Here, let's see. Alright. See what we got here. Alright, here we go. course, the rodent's fogging up the glass. Oh, there he goes. He took it already. Boom. Oh, he dropped it too. But he'll pick it back up, guys. I got to get out of his way so I don't scare him. And then he'll take it again. He'll pick it back up and eat it. Alright. There we go. I'm out of the way. Now, if we just pay attention, he will pick that thing right back up here in a few and he'll eat it. I just got to be out of the way, otherwise he'll stay scared. Mambas are very, very twitchy snakes. Of course, he went over there where y'all can't see him. Let's see here. There we go. Now, I'm just going to step back out of the way. No, this is not the inland taipan. This one here is the West African green mamba. Yes, I do. But guys, while we're waiting to see if this guy will eat, we're going to start it out here. So, we'll start with the prayer. So, Lord, thank you for today, for knowledge, for laughter, and for keeping the snakes exactly in the cage where they belong while we talk about them. Bless this time, bless the people watching, and please don't let me get bitten by curiosity or an animal or an actual mamba. Amen. Alright, everyone. Today, we're talking about a snake that looks like it should be in the Matrix. It's the West African green mamba. They're sleek, they're fast, and they're dressed like it's going to be a reptile fashion show. If snakes were cars, this one would be a Ferrari in bright green. Except the Ferrari doesn't chase rats through the treetops or drop venom like a toaster drops crumbs. West African green mambas live in, you guessed it, West Africa. They hang out along the forest edges from Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo, Benin, Nigeria, and several other places. Basically anywhere that it's warm, leafy, and full of things, trying to avoid being eaten. They love the trees, which means they spend more time above your head than on the ground. So if you ever walk under a tree in West Africa, just know something may be watching you and thinking, look at that, and Uber Eats delivery. They're very long, they're slender, they're elegant, and colored in electric green that fades out to a yellow at the tail. They're not dark green, they're not camo green, they're kind of neon. Like, I just got dipped in radioactive Kool-Aid green. They can reach 6 to 8 feet long. This one here is about 6.5 feet, which is impressive for something that weighs far less than your house cat. If looks could kill, this snake wouldn't need venom. Now, unlike their cousin, the black mamba, the West African green mamba is a little more polite. You could call the black mamba the MMA fighter of Africa and the green mamba the shy fashion model. They are nervous, they avoid people, and they rarely chase people, unless you insist on interacting or poking, or collecting them like Pokemon cards, which shockingly, nature does not approve of. They eat birds and small mammals, lizards, and even sometimes eggs. Basically anything that they can catch, faster than you blink. If you're a mouse in West Africa, the green mamba is your version of a horror movie. You cannot hide. I can climb, and I'm green. Their venom is a neurotoxic venom, which means it shuts down your nervous system like your Wi Fi shuts down during a live stream without warning and at the worst time possible. Symptoms would be tingling, weakness, difficulty breathing, and paralysis. But here's the good news, these snakes are shy. You have to really annoy them to get bitten. You know, you want to avoid touching them, stepping on them, interrupting their snake business, or trying to make them a co-star in your YouTube video without consent. And if you don't do any of them things, you'll be fine. But why not get rid of venomous snakes altogether, people might ask. And I say because if we did, the world would be, run by rodents. Your pantry would look like a scene from Ratatouille, but without the happy ending. Snakes like the green mamba are nature's pest control, protecting crops, reducing disease, and balancing ecosystems. They lay anywhere from 7 to 17 eggs when they reproduce, tucked safely away where they hatch into perfect miniature danger noodles. Baby green mambas are born already venomous, like handling a toddler a lightsaber and hoping for the best. A funny thing about humans, if a snake hides, we say it's sneaky. If it shows itself, we say it's aggressive. The truth, green mambas are just trying to live their lives without becoming a pair of boots or some jewelry. Let's bust a few myths about the mambas. They do not hunt people. They do not chase you for fun. They do not want to see you any more than you want to see them. They will defend themselves. They will avoid conflict when possible. And they are pretty much introverts with venom. If snakes were personalities, the black mamba, pretty much equals the don't mess with me cousin. The king cobra would equal, dramatic diva. The rattlesnake equals the guy who jingles his keys to warn you. And the green mamba is the shy tree ninja that hopes you didn't see it. We need to encourage conservation like I try to do every night on this channel. Because habitat loss is real. The green mamba's biggest threat isn't humans being bitten. It's humans cutting trees, burning forests, and paving everything. If we want these incredible creatures to survive, we need to protect the forest, share education, and fewer people trying to take selfies with venomous wildlife and free handling for views on YouTube. The West African green mamba is very elegant, they're misunderstood, they're vital, they're terrifying and beautiful, all in one, just like your in-laws. Nature isn't trying to hurt us. We're usually the ones hurting nature. So, the next time someone says the only good snake is an unalive snake, just remind them. A world without snakes is a world where, mice take over and nobody wants that, Disney remake. So, just as a little closing prayer, Lord, thank you for your incredible creation, from the calmest creatures to the ones that make us scream like children. Help us appreciate and protect them, laugh while we learn, and walk away today a little wiser and hopefully not bitten. Amen. And guys, this guy here is a little nervous with me around. They have very excellent eyesight, so no matter how far away I try to stay from this snake, I might just not be far enough away for him to actually eat. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I will attempt to hand him another one just to see if we can trigger that response. And then again, I don't know, because he's in a different enclosure from what he normally is. He is, yes, Queertus, they are strictly arboreal. He is a very shy guy. Now, when I tell you they're shy and introverts, that's true for the most part. In captivity, they don't have the room to flee, So in captivity, they'll stand their ground. Now, in the wild, where they have the canopy and the tree cover and the branches and the bushes and the scrub and all the areas that they have to get the hell away, they will run from you. So it's a little different in captivity versus in the wild with them. And iron sword, yes, the inland taipan is the most venomous snake on the planet. It looks like he's starting to kind of sniff around, so he might come over and find that rodent and go ahead and eat it. We'll see. He's sniffing, so I'll give him a few more minutes before I mess with him and try to get the rodent and hand it to him again. But if he doesn't get it in a few minutes himself, I'll see what I can do. Well, that happens when you get older. Or, I mean, as the seasons change. Yes. Yes, he's shy now, but he'll stand his ground if cornered or threatened. Absolutely, yes. 100% correct. A good example is me and my little gay friend. We were trying to move this guy from one enclosure to another one night, and my gay friend was holding the flashlight, and I was working the tongs and the hook, and the little cable inside the tongs broke, so the tongs wouldn't clamp. Well, the little gay friend dropped the flashlight at the same time as the tongs broke, so that spelled a recipe for disaster, and this guy here hauled ass, and we have a gazebo out there at my place that has a bunch of stuff in it. You know, it's got all kinds of. The old lady likes to go, you know, to yard sales and the Goodwill and all that and find all kind of treasures. So we got buildings full of stuff out the house, and this snake went up in that gazebo that's full of stuff and disappeared. We could not find this green mamba nowhere. He was gone. Well, the night rolled on, and eventually we said, well, to hell with it, we're going to wait till tomorrow, and we'll tear everything apart and see if we can't find them. If not, we'll be very careful until winter time, whenever he can't survive the winter. Well, just before calling it a night, I got the bright idea to plug a hole on the one building, so we went and covered the hole on the one building where we had a electrical cord running through. And when I was covering that, I looked over and there's a pile of lattice leaning against the fence. And I said, you know what, let's go look over there just for suspicion. So we went over there, I shined a flashlight up under there, and wouldn't you know it, there's that little beady guy, that guy's little beady eyes looking out there. Like, said, son of a bitch, there he is. So luckily we caught his butt, you know, and got him back in the enclosure. So there you go, guys. He may go for the rat now. He's starting to ease up as he don't see me, so I'm trying to stay back enough where he don't catch sight of me. Normally he don't care if I'm around, but like I said, you know, we just yoinked him out of his enclosure and put him in a tub, you know, and brought him down here, so he ain't real thrilled with us right now. Yeah, that was a very, very close one, man. Very close. Thank God we found him, you know, because it could have been bad news. And I don't want to ever have to call the authorities and say, you know, hey, I've got a very dangerous snake on the loose, you know. Like, it's not something I want to ever have to do. So our new setup and everything, we are going to have a 6-foot tall perimeter fence around all of the buildings and enclosures. Yeah, there he goes. He's eating now, guys. But we'll have a 6-foot perimeter fence around there, and if anything was ever to get out of an enclosure or out of a building, it can't leave that perimeter at least. It would have to get below freezing, Queertus. These snakes, believe it or not, a lot of people misunderstand, and they think that, you know, snakes can only handle it down to maybe 60 degrees or something like that. But that's not the case. You know, these snakes can live all the way down to, you know, 33 degrees just before freezing. That's all right, Soviet Kitty. Thanks for coming. Well, I would only have to call the game warden if the warden didn't unalive me first. He's having a little trouble there. He's going to have to go find the head of it by the looks of it. Unless my video's lagging. I don't know. I'm not there where I can look right in his enclosure. Let's see here. Let's try to speed it up to live. Oh yeah, he's got it. Cool. Good deal. And oh yeah, he's doing a good job. And y'all actually have a really good view of it. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not real sure there, Sue, which warden that I would rather deal with. I think I'd rather deal with the game warden, maybe. Because the warden that I live around, she's more dangerous. Yeah, the warden would be worse. You're correct there, Queertus. You're correct. Guys, Trey is in the hospital, so we ain't gonna see Trey again tonight, I guess. Apparently he's in the hospital. He had a seizure yesterday, and guys, if this buffers, stay with me. Give me just a second. There we go. I don't think it's going to buffer. We should be good. Just trying to turn on the hotspot. How you doing tonight, David? And Allison? There you go, dude. You ate one. Now, you just give me a minute, little guy. I'll grab you another one. All right. guys, we have another something cool to take a look at. Someone that's going to look super pretty tonight. Alright, let's see here. What's that damn light on there? There we go. Look at that. That's gooder. I'm not a photographer, guys. There we go. That's much gooder. Tired, Allison. Well, you're going to have to take a nap. Alright, dude. We're going to give you another one, but you're just going to have to cooperate and relax and give me just a second and let me get it in the damn cage, alright? Alright, let me get a hook. I don't trust you because you're a dick. As you guys see, every snake that we ever work with always goes away from the end of the cage I am opening up. But this guy, let me set the camera up. This guy is ready to put up a fight right away. So it's hard for me to get a rat in there to him. So, give me just a second, guys. If I knock the camera over, I'll set it right back up. But I gotta get this in there somehow. And it isn't easy. Oh shit. Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Alright, guys. Sorry about that, y'all. I knocked the camera. There we go. There we go. But as you can see, they can eat an impressively large meal. They got very big frickin' mouths. So what's everybody's thought on the West African green mamba? You think it's pretty? You think it's ugly? What do you think about it? Do you know anything about it? Unique, yes. Definitely unique. I personally think they're the ugliest mamba of all. The only time that I think they're kind of pretty is when they are young. They almost look blue when they're young. You think they're beautiful fish? Awesome. Yeah, he took that one down real fast. He swallowed it whole. Yeah, he did that just like my little gay friend Art does. But I think this snake's mad at me right now because I made a short video and I told people I caught a grass snake in the video, and I don't think he liked being called a grass snake. Did you, dude? You didn't like being called a grass snake, did you? Tell me, you're not a freaking grass snake. You're a big scary mamba. He does. His tail really looks like a pineapple. Look at that. He keeps opening his mouth for us. Guys, I wish you could see underneath his chin. Their fangs are so long. And their front fixed fangs, you know, elapids, cobras, mambas, and all that kind of stuff, have front fixed fangs. Basically, yeah, he probably would eat another one. You're probably correct. But they have front fixed fangs that are very long, and their fangs actually protrude through their bottom jaw on some of these guys. Kind of crazy. I really wish I could see his chin here to show y'all, because he has two holes right underneath his chin. I'm going to actually lay the camera down closer here and see if we can... What's up, Bubba? What's up, dude? Trying to get y'all a look at the chin. There you go, guys. You can kind of see it right there. Well, there you go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let me see if I can zoom out just a little. That way when he does that, let's see if I can get him to move his head up again. He keeps getting up really close to the camera, so it don't want to focus or zoom in. No, I'm not going to be able to get him in a good position to show you. But as you can see there, even me move my hand above him like that, you see that he, you know, is on it. Like he really stood his ground. He didn't try to run and hide from me or nothing. He stood his damn ground. There you go. There's a good reference to the, you know, the color, how it fades out to that yellow. And the farther down the tail, the brighter the yellow gets. And as you come up his body, his green darkens up to his head. But anyway, guys, tonight we are taking a trip to West Africa. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to grab another snake here. So I'm going to move the camera quick. So I'm going to grab another snake and get it ready, and we're going to feed it too, hopefully. With any luck, it'll eat here tonight. Alright, guys. Now this dude here, he is super pretty right now. And I'm gonna adjust the light so it gets on there a little better and everything. Alright. But there we go. So guys, as you can see here, Bill is ready for a cage cleaning. And Bill actually shed. And after we're done looking at him, I will show you how this shed looks to try to give you an idea of how big this snake really is. I'm going to open this door and sit it out there for now so I don't tear it all up. Alright. But now, this guy here is found in the exact same areas as the green mamba. Again, he's a West African gaboon viper. And he might be hungry. We'll find out if he's hungry. Come on, Bill. You hungry, Bubba? Come on, Bill. Hey. That's the problem, it's not warm. Let me warm this thing up. That's the only bad part about frozen thawed rodents. Bill and Bertha like to eat live. I have gotten Bill to take frozen a couple of times, but it's really got to be hot. And when you put these rodents in the water, you know, in a thing of hot water to get them warm, they cool down really fast, you know, so it really makes it a pain in the butt because it's like putting big ass ice cubes into the water, you know. There we go. We'll see if that's hot enough for old Bill now. Let's see here. Here, old Bill. Here, old Bill. Bill. Hey. Come on, Bill. What's up, Bubba? How come you're not wanting to eat, dude? What's going on? What's going on, Bill? Here. Come on, Bill. You don't want it, buddy? Bill may not take it, guys. Like I say, Bill usually eats live, so that could be a problem here. There we go. Bill just didn't want to strike the thing, that's all. Bill already knew it was unalive, so I couldn't trick him into striking, but that's okay. He don't need to strike to eat. If he knows that it's not alive, he knows it's not alive. But this was a relatively small meal for Bill. You know, Bill should have a little bit bigger of a meal than that. But we will give him another one, you know, tomorrow or the next day, you know. But I'm hoping y'all get to see the long fangs. And then we're going to pull Bill out of here so I can clean out his enclosure here. Because it's pretty nasty. He shedded last night, so he did a lot of rubbing around on it and wrinkling up the towels and getting them all dirty and nasty and everything. But I've got another large rat down there. I'll probably get it and we'll try to feed Bertha too. Bertha may eat. 4-penny. Hell, he got daggers for fangs. But as y'all can see there, that left eyeball on Bill does not function anymore. He actually got bit in the eye by a rat. And it hurt his eye. Yeah, Bill just had a bath. That's why we give him a bath like that, Sue, because you know, it's good for them to go to the bathroom, good for them for hydration, and also, you know, whenever they're going in the shed like that and stuff. Look at the size of the horns on Bill's nose. I'll tell you, one of Bill's favorite foods are live chickens. But look at the size of those horns. I mean, that's freaking huge horns on a gaboon viper. Oh yeah, he's horny as hell. I'm going to try to take Bill's paper towels from him here while he's sitting there, because they're nasty and it's time to clean you up, Bill. I know, Bill. I know, Bubba. I know, Bill. But I gotta move your tail, okay? I gotta move your tail over. It's all right, Bill. It's all right, Bubba. There you go. There you go, big guy. There you go, big dude. See? It ain't that bad, is it? See? But guys, in case there's anybody in here that yeah, so just in case there's anybody in here that, you know, isn't familiar with these snakes and stuff, again, guys, every time I work with a new snake, I say a short little prayer. So I'm going to start it off with that, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this guy. So, Lord, thank you for the creatures, great and small, especially the ones that look like living leaf piles with fangs, the length of my sanity. Bless this time of learning, give us laughs, give us understanding, and please keep every gaboon viper safe and in the enclosure that it belongs in. Amen. Alright, guys. Right now, we're talking about a snake that makes every reptile keeper either gasp in awe or slowly back away. It's the West African gaboon viper. The specific one we're looking at here has a name. His name is Bill. It's a snake so heavy, so stunning, and so patient that if reptiles had a couch potato king, this would be it. If the Mamba is a sports car, the gaboon viper is a camouflage tank wearing leaf-like pajamas. These beautiful gaboon vipers call parts of West and Central Africa home, like Sierra Leone, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, Gabon. Obviously, that's where it gets its name. But they thrive in the rainforest, the savannas, the forest edges, anywhere that there's a bunch of leaves and humidity and bugs and full of things that don't see their doom coming. The Gaboon Viper is basically nature's artwork, all these different colors, the purples and browns and yellows and creams and pinks and yellow, whatever. All these colors, just amazing. Patterns like an abstract painting. They look like a handful of autumn leaves came to life and said, "Boo, surprise, snake attack." They can reach 4 to 6 feet long. Bill here is about 4.5 feet long. He's about 18 pounds. But what makes them impressive isn't their length, it's their width. This guy right here is 3 times the size of a Pepsi can in diameter. They're very thick. They're built like a sandbag with scales. They're built like my old lady. And the head, broad, triangular, and wider than most wallets. 3 things that make this snake legendary is they have the world's longest fangs of any venomous snake, sometimes over 2 inches long. That is freaking huge. One of the highest venom yields per bite for any snake in the world. And also, they arguably are the fastest striking snake. There is some debate between the Gaboon Viper and the Death Adder. Now, this is a snake that kind of says, why chase anything when food will eventually walk by? Gaboon Vipers are calm, they're quiet, and they're ambush hunters. They do not chase. They don't lunge wildly. They literally sit still like a forgotten sock until dinner walks past. Imagine being their prey. You see a leaf, you step on it, and suddenly the leaf bites you. It's the ultimate biological booby trap. They eat rats and squirrels and birds and ground mammals. Basically anything fluffy that thinks leaves are safe. One moment, you're looking for seeds. The next moment, you're staring in Snakes Eat Stuff episode 47. The Gaboon's venom is a combo platter. They're hemotoxic, which damages tissues. They're cytotoxic, which destroys cells. They have some neurotoxic elements, which mess with the nerves. It is... Bill's moving on us a little, so let me keep him in frame here. But, it's nature's version of, let's shut this whole system down. But here's the twist. Gaboon bites are rare because the snake is so chill. You almost have to literally step on it or be part of a bad life decision to get tagged by this snake. 1 second, guys. My daughter here, let's see. So, in the hobby, some people call them gentle giants, and that's just because they're calm, they're tolerant, they're rarely ever defensive, they're slow to strike unless they're provoked. Then it's like releasing a spring-loaded bear trap. Their strike speed is shockingly fast for something that normally moves slower than my brain when I lose Wi-Fi. People see big fangs and freak out, but this snake isn't out looking for trouble. It's like that big strong guy at the gym who just wants to lift quietly, the one you shouldn't poke for fun. Their pattern is so perfect that researchers walking through forests have literally stepped over them without knowing it. This snake, doesn't hide, it disappears. If ninjas were reptiles, the gaboon viper would teach the class. They give birth to live young. They do not lay eggs. They sometimes have over 40 babies at one time. If you think your relatives multiply fast at Christmas gatherings, they have nothing on this snake. So, snakes like the gaboon viper, they help control small mammal populations, which means fewer pests, fewer crop losses, fewer diseases. They keep ecosystems in check, even if their methods are nightmare themed. Think of venomous snakes as movie characters. The black mamba is the action hero. The king cobra is a dramatic villain monologue guy. The rattlesnake, guy who jingles warning bells, the green mama, the nervous ninja. And the gaboon viper, the big guy in the corner who doesn't say much but everyone respects. They are vulnerable though, They're beautiful for, they're vulnerable, but they're also valuable too, They're valuable for stuff like education, indicators of healthy forests, vital pest control, genetical and medical research potential. Plus, you never forget the first time you see one. Some people ask, are they dangerous? Absolutely. If you stand on them, if you harass them, or you think that you're the snake whisperer after watching 2 YouTube videos. Otherwise, they'd rather be left alone, same as most of us on Monday mornings. The gaboon viper's biggest threats are habitat loss, deforestation, fear-driven killing. If we want these amazing creatures to survive, we have to protect the forests. We have to educate people. And we have to teach the world that killing everything scary does not solve problems. The West African gaboon viper is intimidating, but it's magnificent, it's laid back, it's vital for ecosystems, and definitely not auditioning to bite you. They are living proof that nature is more intelligent and artistic than we give it credit for. So if someone says, what's the point of snakes? Tell them, without snakes, we would drown in rats, and nobody wants to see Rat City, So, guys, just to close this thing out, we want to say, Lord, thank you for another incredible creation, even the ones with fangs long enough to make Dennis jealous. And help us respect nature, protect it, learn from it, and laugh through it. Bless the people watching, bless the snakes staying in their lane, and keep us amazed and grateful. Amen. But guys, there's snake number 2 from the trip to West Africa tonight. And that's not the last one on the list. We have another 1 or 2 on the list here. So let me close Bill up for a minute. I'll get Bill back out in a bit and clean his enclosure and give him some new paper towels and some water. But while we are taking a look at this fella, we might as well take a real quick and another one here, another gaboon viper, just so people can see, that they're not always giant monsters. Giant monsters like Bill and Bertha. Sometimes they come a little bit smaller. Let's see here. Where you at, girl? There you are. Come here, Chubby. Come here, Tubby. Ugh. What's up, Tubby? Here. Alright, guys. So, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So, guys, here is another West African gaboon viper. This one here we call Baby Huffy. Her mother's name used to be Huffy, but this one here we call Baby Huffy because the mother's no longer with us. On my channel, you can find a short video of an RV that was rear-ended by a Penske box truck. That was my RV. And I did have reptiles on board, and unfortunately that accident did take the lives of a couple of them. And Huffy being one of those that didn't survive the aftermath. But luckily, we have baby Huffy here to take the place. And can venomous snakes learn to not bite the hand that feeds them? Allison, that's up for debate. Some keepers and handlers believe yes, the animal learns who you are. And I agree that animals learn whether you're a threat or not. However, I disagree that you're completely safe. You know, I don't think you're ever completely safe with a venomous animal. I think you always need to treat that animal as if, you know, it's gonna, or as if it could bite you. But anyway, guys, this here is just a much smaller version of Bill. I just figured I'd show you her real fast. This girl here is, you know, I guess now she is right at a year old. So, but anyway, I just wanted to show you her to show you that they don't come giant already like Bill is. It takes them some time to grow up there to that size. And as you see, the coloration of her is much more on the red or the warm side of things, where Bill is more of the blue or the cool side. And I will go over here. I have another snake I'd like to show y'all from West Africa. And again, some of the regulars here. I've most likely seen this snake in the past. But this guy right here is Bitis nasicornis, which is the rhinoceros viper. Come on, darn it. There we go. But yeah, this guy right here is Bitis nasicornis, also known as the rhino viper. Trying to turn the light down just a bit so you can see the colors a little bit better, because they got a very, very beautiful pattern and coloration. It's very, very difficult to pick up the coloration on camera. But, you know, if you see the right angles, you can see the real bright yellows and the powdery blues and the bright reds. You know. Yeah, for some reason we ain't got many people in hanging out with us tonight. I don't know what's going on. But, anyway, guys, Now we want to talk about one of the flashiest, thick-bodied, bad attitude, runway model-looking vipers of the West and Central Africas, the rhino viper, Bitis nasocornis. If snakes had a red carpet award show, the rhino viper would walk in last. Not because it's late, but because it wants everyone watching it enter. They got a big head, bold colors, and two little horns on the snout like it's saying, yes, I'm fancy, acknowledge it. Rhino vipers look like somebody spilled paint on them on purpose. They got bright blues, greens, yellows, zigzags. This snake is basically wearing a custom camo pattern your favorite video game designer wishes they invented. Some call it the most beautiful viper on earth, and honestly, it knows it is. Then there's horns, two up front like it wants to be part rhinoceros, part traffic director. Honestly, if it could talk, it'd say, do you like my look? Good, stay over there. Rhino vipers are at home in the dense African... Hold on a second, who's that? I got a damn rhino viper sitting here. Hang on. Hang on, guys. What do you need?
I need you to cash out this money to Dallas's phone for me.
Alright.
I don't know how to do it.
Text his damn number to me. Or whatever, his Cash App thing. Just text his Cash App thing to me and I'll send him the money. Oh, man. Okay. Anyway, guys, rhino vipers are at home in the dense African rainforest where it's humid, leafy, muddy land where most of us would lose our shoes, but this snake thrives. It enjoys, low-stress living. It's hidden under leaves, surrounded by frogs and rodents, zero HOA fees, This snake, it's really a snake that believes in nature's equivalent of the do not disturb. Here's the truth. Rhino vipers don't chase you. Hang on, guys. I got the message.
Okay.
Here's the truth, though, guys. Rhino vipers do not chase you, as I was saying. They don't want drama. They just curl up, blend in like a pile of leaves, and hope everything else leaves them alone. But they do possess one loud trait. They hiss, just like the gaboon viper. They sound like a high-pressure tire leak. The first time you hear it, you'll check your truck instead of the snake. They eat rats, frogs, small mammals, anything that crunches and squeaks. But unlike humans, they don't complain about the menu. There's no Yelp reviews, no DoorDash needed, just sit, wait, bam, dinner. And let's be clear, this is not a snake to play thumb wrestling with. Its venom is a hemotoxic venom, meaning it destroys tissue, for demolition practice. But the good news is rhino vipers are not aggressive. They don't wake up thinking about biting people. They wake up thinking food, sunlight, leaf pile. Still, it's the kind of snake that reminds you of the old rules. Look but don't touch. Despite their intimidating arsenal, rhino vipers move like they're browsing at Walmart at 2 a.m. Slow, deliberate, slightly confused. But don't mistake how, slow for safe, really. That strike comes out faster than someone claiming they knew that it was going to happen after it already did. Yes, they look amazing. Yes, every reptile keeper drools over them. But rhino vipers are for very experienced handlers only. This isn't a snake you keep because it's pretty. It's a snake that you keep because you've been, handling snakes for years. You've studied them and don't want to be remembered in a, Florida man gets bit news headline. Rhino vipers are more than just jungle VIPs. They control rodent populations. They support ecosystem balance, inspire anti-venom research. They remind us nature is an artist, not an accident. And let's be honest, they bring much needed style into the snake world. The rhino viper isn't just a snake, it's a lesson. They look fierce. They stay calm. They don't waste energy. They strike only when necessary, kind of like how we wish half the internet behaved. Next time you see a photo of one, admire it. But remember, the leaf pile might actually be watching you. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to hit that like button. Most important of everything, guys, put some comments in there. As anybody can see, when the chat slows down, so do the viewers coming in. Subscribe, share the video, because somewhere out there there's a rhino viper that wants to know you're supporting its modeling career. God bless y'all, be safe, and respect the fashion icons of the jungle. And y'all just give me a few minutes. I've got to take care of something real quick, and after I do, we'll pull us out another West African snake here tonight. And while I do what I'm going to do, I reckon we can just leave this little rhino viper sit right where it's at. Sorry for the delay. I went to go do something. That's cool, Annie. I appreciate you stopping in. Definitely. Yeah, guys, everybody give me a snake emoji. If I get you, everybody that's watching, to give us some snake emojis, that'll help. Give us a snake emoji, then after you send that one, do a green heart. All right. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. Tonight's just a shitty night by the looks of it. We got 5 people in here right now, so that's not it's not going so well tonight. But that's all right. We're not going to stream for long tonight. Looks like we've been on here about an hour and a half already. We might go another 30 minutes and then call it a night tonight. I'll probably start up another stream and then just leave it on the baby timbers for a while tonight. Because I get a late night crowd that likes to come in and check out the baby timbers. They're, I think, from another country. I don't think they're, from here. I'm trying to show you all the horns on the rhino viper. There you go. There's a little look at the horns. Let's see here. Come on, Bubba. There you go. That's the rhino viper's horns. guys. I'll just show you here. Come here, big girl. Come on. Come on, girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Where are you going? Hey, girl. Come here. Come on. Come on, girl. Hey. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let go of that. There you go. There you go, girl. Hey. I know. I know it. We did this last night, didn't we? Here. There you go, guys. I know we already had a look at her too last night, but we might as well get another look at her. I'm going to adjust the camera for this one though, because this one's a little bit more difficult to get a good view of. This is what they call a squam in the hobby. Come on, girl. But anyway, that's her. I got a couple other West Africans here. So y'all be the judge. Which one you think is a prettier snake? Do you think the squam is a prettier snake, the Atheris squamigera? Or do you think the West African bush viper, the Atheris chlorechus, is the prettier snake? You think this one's the prettier of the two? I think so too, Annie. What's everybody else think? Squam or chlorechus? You're going to have to go with the West African? Absolutely, absolutely. Awesome, there's 2 for 2. Stripes or dots? Yeah. And also now this girl here, she got that more spiny, spiky head, as well. Like I say, I know it's hard on the camera sometimes to see some of the stuff, but nah, Bill's not in the question right now. We're talking about the squam or this bush viper here. They're both bush vipers from West Africa, but they're two different subspecies of bush viper. Yep, Kermie. Good girl. Here. I wish I could get that piece of stuck shed off of her right there, but it's not worth the stress to her, to tube her to do it. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, I mean, it's stressful, when you tube them, and if it's not 100% necessary, I see no real reason to put her through the stress. So I just won't. There you go, big girl. Hey. Yeah, she probably would, wouldn't she? See you tomorrow, fish. Here, I got an idea. Oh, shit. Well, you don't have any Thanksgiving leftovers left? I've been eating them all damn week so far, all weekend and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today. Keep on eating the leftovers. Yeah, I'm in the same boat now, Andrew. Some of the leftovers are starting to dwindle. So I think I got about, tonight and maybe some lunch tomorrow left, and then I'm screwed until next year. Alright, girl. How we gonna do this, girl? There we go. That's how we did it. Alright. So, anyway. Her eyes are exactly the color of her body. They just sort of have me. Here, I'll try to get you an eyeball shot. Let's see here. Come here, girl. And what's crazy is as you see between the scales, you see that black? Her skin is actually black. But there's her eye up close. Yeah, girl, I need to move my hand back. Is that what you're telling me? I know. I know it. Look, guys, as you see, I pick her up, and if you see, she's trying to go back to her bucket. And no, normally she don't live in a bucket. I put her in this bucket the other day, 2 nights ago on live stream, because I took her out of her enclosure, and I was cleaning her enclosure, and I just never put her back in yet, but I am gonna. We soaked her, and you know, we got her good and hydrated. What the heck? Well, I was hoping to hit 30 likes, you know, by the time we wrapped up at 10 o'clock. I don't think we're going to quite make it tonight, guys. Two more likes. We need 2 more likes to hit our goal of 30. If there's anybody here that hasn't hit the thumbs up yet, do you mind hitting that thumbs up for us? Try to get us to our goal of 30. We're trying to hit 30 likes by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we have about 12 minutes left. So if y'all could help us out with that, we'd really appreciate it. As soon as we hit 30 likes, we'll go ahead and go. Let me see if I can score us 2 more likes here. Oh yeah, her scales are just as rough as they look to touch them. Yes, ma'am. You caught us. Yeah, very pretty shade of green, Gil. Pretty shade. Yeah, I can't keep nothing from y'all. I think I have said the name in the past, Tom. I figured a couple of y'all would catch on to it. I really thought so. But let's see here, guys. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I know it, and I appreciate that. But let me put her up, and I'm going to go ahead and pull over another one here for a few minutes real quick. Let's take another picture. Gil's going to get a bush viper. We're going to get Gil into keeping venomous snakes. So we're going to get him a bush viper. Maybe we'll just get him a timber rattlesnake baby or something, so he can impress all them ladies. Alright, I gotta move Bill out of the way real quick, guys. Let me move Bill. Now, holy sweet Jesus. Oh my goodness. Girl, you're gonna have to go on a diet. I can't lift your tubby butt. Jesus. Sheesh, girl. I bet you y'all can hear that already. Let's see here. Let me grab my hook. And let me lift up the lid. We always use... Holy crap, girl. You're not happy tonight, are you? Sheesh. Here. I know it. I already know all about it. There you go, big girl. Hey. There you go, big giant girl. Crap. Sheesh. Here. Let's show people your pretty colors. Look at that. Look at that. Now, guys, this is a freaking gaboon viper right here. Her name is Bertha. She is another West African gaboon viper. She is, she's a little over 6 feet long, and she weighs 27 pounds. This gaboon viper is a serious snake. And guys, I'm going to go grab her a rodent because I think we're going to try to feed her. It's going to take us, you know, a little while to get it thawed out and everything. But we're definitely going to try to feed her, though, here. You don't try to get her, just monitor where she goes if she comes out. Turn your volume down while you're standing there. I was asked, is your stage name? I know, Bertha. I'd be uptight too if I had to look at him. I know it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna warm this rodent up here. It'll take a few minutes to thaw them out, but by the way Bertha's acting, I believe she'll probably go ahead and eat for us. So, with any luck, we'll see that happen. I really can't wait to breed Bertha. Bertha has them really pretty yellows on her, and I'm very curious if that's genetic or not with her. It will take several years to prove it out, you know, whether it's genetic or not. But, I appreciate you coming in, Peyton. Thank you. Thank you for your like there. Appreciate it. All right. Well, guys, we got over our 30 likes just in time. Thank you to everybody that made that possible. We're not going to stream for much longer here tonight. We're going to try to feed Bertha here. If she don't eat it, I'm going to give it to Bill. We're going to stop the stream. I am going to restart a stream, and I am going to just set the camera up on the babies and let that roll for the late night crowd that comes in, because they don't talk anyway, because I think they are a different language, so I don't know, but anyway, we try talking to them and they never respond, so I think it's a different country. What's up, Bobby Joe? All right. So Tuesday nights, or what is today? Monday or Tuesday? What is today's Tuesday, isn't it? Hell if I know. Today's Monday. Yeah, today's Monday. Okay, so maybe Monday ain't a good day or something, you know. Like, it used to be something like that. Mondays or Tuesdays was slow days, you know. I don't know. I'm just hoping that, you know, things didn't get messed up again here. I don't think so. I don't think we did anything bad enough to get the same treatment as we just got over. So I do know for sure that we will never play another song on my live streams ever again. Ain't gonna happen. Because I looked that song up before I played it to see if it was copyright protected on here, and they said no. But that was incorrect, obviously. So, what? Okay. It's Andrew. Monday Night Football. Yeah, that might be the case. That might be the case for sure. Okay. I don't see anything. Bobby Joe, I don't even really watch football. I know some people are interested in it, but I don't really get into it too much. Alright, let me check this rodent. See if it's warmed up enough. If it's warmed up enough for her, we'll try to feed her and then we're going to call it a night. It's thawed out, so it should be. It should be warm enough. Alright, girl. Come on, girl. Here. Come on, girl. No? Is it cold? What's going on here? Oh, yeah, it's not warm, but it's a fucking problem. Why don't they get warm? We'll drop it in there for a minute, see what you do. Hey guys, thanks for stopping in. We're trying to feed this West African Gaboon Viper right now. She may not be hungry though, I don't know. We'll see. Bill ate, he's the other one. If she don't eat it, we'll go ahead and bring it over, bring Bill back over and feed it to Bill quick before we end the stream. So we'll give her just a couple of minutes and we'll find out. All right, Iron Sword. You leaving, Bobby Joe? All right, good night. Good night, Bobby Joe. I don't think she's going to go for it, so I think I'm just going to give it to Bill. Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab it and give it to Bill because she ain't going to do it. She ain't hungry tonight. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. You got it. Come on. You can get it. Come on. Sometimes if you irritate them a little bit, they'll do it. So we just try to irritate her some. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, girl. Get irritated. She ain't having it. Nope. She ain't having it, guys. She ain't gonna do it. Nope. Nope, she ain't gonna do it, guys. We're gonna have to give it to Bill. That's alright. So let me move her and I will grab Bill and we'll give it to Bill because Bill will eat it. Alright. Let me warm it back up just a little bit, and then we will feed it to Bill. What's up, Sean Smith? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate you. We're gonna try to feed this rodent to this gaboon viper. He just ate one a little bit ago. Alright, let's see if that's warm enough. See what Bill does here. See if Bill's interested in eating any more. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bubba. You interested in some more, Bill? Hey, Bill. Come on, Bubba. Here. Here, Bill. We'll leave it laying there. How about that? Bill may or may not pick it up. Like I say, he already ate one, so I'm not sure if he's gonna or not. But we watch him for a couple of minutes, see what he does. And if he don't, I guess we will have to maybe try to give that to one of the rattlesnakes. I bet you the western diamondback snitch could eat it. But I'm pretty sure Bill will take it. But then again, you know, it's hard to say for sure. Because he's not showing much interest, so. Hey, Bill. Hey. Come on, Bill. Hey. Here, Bill. Look. Here, Bill. We'll just sit that down right there, and we'll give him a little while. See what he does. Yeah, Andrew, that's what we gonna do. Like I say, these two gaboon vipers are so used to being fed live prey that I think that's why they're not wanting to eat these frozen prey items. Almost certain that's what's going on here. Come on, Bill. Hey. Come on, Bill. Hey. Come on, Bill. Here. Come on, Bill. Hey. Here we go, bud. Here. Here we go, bud. Here. There we go. Now we got his attention on it. So now he will probably eat it. Yeah, Bill's gonna eat it. Here he goes. Sean, I hope you stuck around long enough to see this happen, because he's fitting to eat this. Yeah, the likes have went up a little bit. We're up to 33, I think. So they've gone up a little. Bill's looking for the head right now. He'll find the head of it and he'll get started. Oh no, he's gonna eat this. Bill's just, like I say, they're used to live rodents, so these frozen ones, some animals are different. Some of them will readily take frozen. Some of them, throw a little bit of a fit. Yeah, you're showing 11 people in here, David, but we got 33 people, or 33 likes, rather. Bill, you butthead. There you go, Bubba. There you go. You eat that. You can eat that. There it is, Bill. Good job, Bubba. There it is. There it is, Bill. See, Bill just had to find the head first. There you go, Bill. There you go, big guy. Good job, big guy. Let me try to zoom in some in case he opens his mouth real big. And you can see the size of them fangs. Yeah, Bill's messing with us tonight for sure. I mean, he's being all polite about grabbing the damn rodent. Yeah, now we got 13 people watching. Tonight's a pretty slow night, guys. The last couple of nights been really good. Now it's slowed down again, but it's still better than it's been, I believe. I think it's just because it's Monday, Monday, we used to have a 1 or 2 days a week that weren't that great. So I'm not too concerned, right now. We'll see how it ends up going tomorrow. Yeah, we don't have Trey's big mouth in here. What's up, Annie? Come on, Buck. Yeah, he is. He being a... Well, actually, Bertha was being dramatic. She was hissing and stuff. Yeah, he's the one with the bad eye on the left side. As you see, his eye looks all white on the left side. That's because he got bit in the eye by a rat. Believe it or not, though, like I am seeing some... I'm kind of curious as time goes here. And, with, a couple of years worth of sheds, whether it's going to recover or not. Because his eye actually, inside of there, it's almost like I can see a pupil now that actually moves, just like his other eye, but it's just very cloudy. So who knows? Maybe it'll heal up, maybe it won't. But if not, he's still fine. He's made a full recovery. Obviously, he ain't got the sight in that eye, but he's made a full recovery as far as no infection, no long-lasting injury other than the eye. So, thankfully. Well, folks, I believe we're going to call it a night. I'm going to restart the live stream, and we're going to let the live stream run on the baby rattlesnakes because there's a crowd of people that come in later. Andrew hangs out and stuff, and there's a crowd that comes in later on that seem to like the baby rattlesnakes and stuff. So I put that on and let it play for a couple of hours, for those guys. And y'all are welcome to come in if you want. If you don't want, I understand. I appreciate it either way. But guys, that was a good example with Bill and Bertha both, what it really takes to get one of these gaboon vipers to want to bite, So, good night, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Andrew, I'm going to start it back up if you're going to come into the rattlesnake cam, buddy. I'll see you there in just a bit.